What's the date? It's August the 6th, 2015. And welcome back to the party. We got the SPECTATION update. We did it, guys. We're gonna cast some stuff live.
Yeah, which is ridiculously dangerous. That's operating without a net, basically.
Yes.
Yeah. This is gonna go really badly. I just want to be on record.
But it's also gonna be really fun.
It is. I can't wait. I'm very excited. It's a super cool feature. I mentioned it to someone who I convinced to buy the game a very long time ago, and when I told him that there was a way to play without stress, like at your own pace, but still at a high level, he said he's reinstalling the game right away. So I think a lot of people like this game, but they really want to be able to play it and learn at their own pace like that, and this lets them do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Very good stuff. So we have a SPECTATION update. We're going to be doing that. It's going to be awesome. I think that's about all we've got for housekeeping this time around.
Yeah, the house is pretty well kept.
Yeah.
We've kept it very tidy.
Except for my bed.
That's a good point. Actual housekeeping. If we need to kill 5 minutes, okay, literal house and just the bed while we wait for someone to start playing.
Yeah. That's awesome. All right.
Yeah.
So it looks like Kaylee and Radiophone are getting into this. We're going to hop in with them. And we're just going to cast some Spy Party. That's all we're going to do. I still have a scoreboard.
Yeah. I just want to tell everyone, like, why even introduce this? It's like, we know what this is. We're casting Spy Party. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
You know why we're here. Everyone knows why we're here.
Indeed.
We're not trying to reinvent the wheel.
All right, so right now, let me get the scoreboard up there. There we go. Right now, my screen looks like this. Mind if we chat, or is that going to be intrusive to the screen? Go ahead and chat if you can hear me. Everybody knows what's a Spy Party.
What's a Spy Party? It's a party where somebody dies at the end, and not from alcohol poisoning.
Yes.
Those are just called parties.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
so
just
one thing
telling
we're gonna
people
have
in the
to,
headquarters.
one thing we should probably warn everyone about is that because this is live, obviously that's very cool, but the downside is that they might take a little bit of time in between games.
Yeah.
We're not gonna be able to roll right into the next one whenever we want. So.
Yep,
just a
indeed.
heads up.
So there's gonna be it's gonna be awesome, but there are gonna be a couple of weird hiccupy bits.
Yeah.
Looks like we're starting things off on Courtyard 2, any 4 of 6. Not 100% sure who is the spy.
I think Spy is always first.
I think so. So that would
Radiophone
be
is first. Yeah. Yeah, that's the only principle I can remember. Spy is always first out of the 2.
Yes.
All right, and they're turning off fingerprint.
Indeed, they are. So
one thing to consider is that if they deign to play balcony, we won't be able to watch it at 2 times speed.
Well, we could just pause for a minute and talk, but we're underway, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
We have Spy Party. We have live Spy Party happening.
And the end of red.
Ooh, quick BB coming off from Radiophone there. Voter saying he can be the stats man. That's awesome. Wow, Radiophone is really gunning here, but KCM not really having any of that.
Yeah, over pretty quick. Not a whole lot going on.
Yeah.
I gotta say, pretty aggressive shot there. I mean, I don't think he did anything that actually gave him away.
Indeed.
Some stuff that I would call suspicious maybe, but that's about it.
Well, there was a white swap.
Oh, I'm sorry. That didn't show up on my end. Oh, I forgot. One of the bugs is that the mission mission completion doesn't show up once the SPECTATION is over, so you can't see which missions are done.
Okay.
I think that we should have a fix incoming for that. But I mean, as soon as the game ends, you can't quickly review the missions as easily as you normally would be able to.
All right, so Yeah, nice, quick 51% seduce coming out from, where does it say KCM?
It doesn't.
People
Where are you on the? Actually, where are you on the clock? Because if we don't jump to the game at the same time.
No, it's just, I'm at, 220.
Okay, you're ahead of me. I'm catching up. Hang on.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no 3, 2, 1 playing it.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm 214 now.
Referenced
13,
KCM multiple times, and I'm starting to think I accidentally typed in KCM somewhere where I shouldn't have.
Not on the scoreboard, so you're okay there. I am coming up on 2 minutes right now.
Oh, apparently I just said it once by accident.
Okay.
So that's fine. So yeah, we've got 85% on the flirt here, twitching over to see if we can get that bug off in combo there. He's in range now, but Ambassador decided to bail, which was a little bit unfortunate.
It's a nice move. It's one of the few areas where twitching still makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah.
You stand far enough away against... It really only works against a particularly good sniper, I think, because those are the ones who say, oh, they're out of range. They can tell just from looking, and therefore they look less,
yeah.
And then you twitch over once they've disregarded you.
Yeah, the sniper view is a bit jumpy. I'm not sure what's going on there, but it's jumpy.
Yeah, a little
for me
lag.
as
In the
well.
red.
Oh, the DA left before the BB could come off. That's rough.
On the other hand, every now and then, if they're aggressive about the lowlights, you can get an accidental lowlight for doing what is essentially a fake.
Yep, that's true.
Every now and then it can redound to your advantage.
Oh, shot comes off, and KCM goes up.
Kaylee.
Right. Kaylee.
There it is.
I'm looking at, like, everyone in the chat saying KCM at me, and it just came out of my mouth. So, my apologies.
That's okay.
Oh, man.
So they're trying a fingerprint again. They're sticking with Courtyard 2.
Yeah.
And my game just started. Did you?
Yeah, so did mine. Really
Okay.
quick turnaround on these.
We're
Holy
working out the
mackerel.
kinks, everybody. It's the first time we've done it.
Are perfect swaps visible? Sort of. The way green swaps work is that it will, when you leave, it will call over an AI who will then come and pick up the statue and swap it for you.
But a good sniper can tell the difference between a green and a white. The green is faster.
Yeah, it's a bit of a different fade that you can see.
Big flirt.
Yep, he got his statues done early, he got a big flirt done. He is highlight for the statue.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate, like we've talked about. You'd like to get the hardtail in before you get that obligatory statue highlight, but
Indeed.
I do like that he's getting a lot done early on.
Indeed. KCM
Ruh-roh.
doing right, Kaylee. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know
And
why I keep saying KCM. Radiophone got shot, so
Yeah, it's white purloin on Courtyard 2. Do you really need to say anything else?
Yep.
That's insta-death almost always. When you get away with a white purloin on Courtyard 2, it's like winning the lottery.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, or rather you should. You should play the lottery immediately afterwards, especially against a sniper like Kaylee.
Indeed.
I
Alright.
think they're into the next game over here.
Yep, same here. Kaylee on the spy side of things.
Oh, that bug.
Oh, that was a nice looking bug.
Still on the edge of the time of chaos.
Yeah.
Looks pretty clean. I
It
don't think
was ever so slightly visible, but I don't think
Yeah.
Spirit / Radiophone caught that at all.
Well, you know what they say. It's only visible if you see it.
In the red.
Nobody
Well,
says that.
I disagree, but still.
If a bug falls in the forest.
We have replays.
Right, yeah.
BB,
But it might as well be invisible if they don't see it.
Fair enough. BB comes off and he steps away into statues to try to cover up, but he does get highlight for it.
But the bug's already done, and all he's got to do is go out there and flirt a few times. Got 2 whole minutes to do it. So either he's gonna get impatient to do something else, he's gonna win, or Radio is gonna do something really good by catching flirts.
Indeed.
And there's the impatience thing I was talking about.
Impatience! Run! Run! Get out of there! Oh no! Oh,
Oh,
no!
no.
Oh no! It didn't work.
That was close.
It was.
You know what? That's one of the reasons it's a decent decision, because he's really got to make that decision very quick to get that shot off. He hesitated for just a few seconds, and he only had a few left, but gets the shot. Good job. You got to make him pay for that. You know, you got to back him off a little bit.
Yep, and Radiophone is on the board. Hey, Royal Flush is in the chat. This gentleman is the man who's running the Spy Party Summer... Oh, the game started. The man who's running the Spy Party Summer Cup. Dude is awesome.
And briefly stopped inside the center of a conversation. That's not where you want to be.
No, it is not.
And ends up in no man's land. Just sort of getting out of that conversation as soon as possible, basically. Kind of just dumped him somewhere where he couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Or didn't want to, rather.
This has been a bit of an unfortunate start for good Sir Radiophone here. He is high-lit. I'm not entirely sure if he'll be able to get both of his inspections off here either. He's not able to. Oh, but just does the quick little jog over to finish that up.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it at this point.
Agreed.
A little suspicious, but, you know, certain snipers will just low-let you for it instead. Oh, there's a green swap. Ooh, I kind of like that.
Ooh, there's a cool play.
Solid. That's interesting. You're really forcing them to keep track of a lot of different things. And by the way, small addendum, but another female character was next to him. So just a slightly better chance that he might mix up the two, because they both have highlights. They're, you know.
There's the swap. Oh, he was staring right at that as the green swap went off. Low lights, low lights, low lights. Holy mackerel.
This is why you highlight for statues, because even if you miss the swap, even if you miss it completely, as long as you at least saw who was at statues. Oh, wow, he's almost, wow.
I think he's got it. I think he's got it here. Because
the only hope there was that he would think green polka dot was the other one. By the way, even wearing similar colored dresses, so that part was fortunate.
At this point, I just think that he wasn't 100% on it being green.
I suppose, but I'm really surprised that he low-lit one of his statue visits.
Goes for a fake BB. Unfortunately, he was in conversation with the SDA and just takes the bullet.
You know, the funny thing is, his instinct was obviously good. He realized that it was down just a couple people, and he wanted to cast suspicion. And by the way, look, double agent with the other suspect.
Indeed.
So he actually did that very well. Just had the misfortune, as you say, of being in the wrong conversation.
Indeed, yeah.
Although that's part of the risk, too, especially if the conversation is full. Ideally, you want to fake with one other person.
Ooh, quick red time ad off the top of the game there.
Well, that early beep is not really going to register most of the time. So
no, it's not. But having that extra 45 seconds is definitely going to be nice.
And as always, be very curious to see what he does with it.
Indeed. Looks like he's going to go for the no fear timer flirt. Oh, and he almost got low lit there, interestingly. So, still plenty of time left on the clock. Oh, man. And right as the flirtation expires...
Yeah, that's a bummer. But, I mean, that's a pretty good way to use your time. Ideally... Oh, by the way, worth noting, time ad on a game where he left fingerprint on this time.
Yeah.
And those two things are probably not unrelated, because that's usually the problem when you want to do seduce and fingerprint is you have to space them out, you know, you're at the mercy of the things, time can run out. The extra 45 seconds, much better for that, and sure enough, here he goes, fingerprintable statue.
Indeed. Looks like Radiophone wants to join in the commentary here. I'm not sure I have him on Skype, though.
I don't know. I might. I might. I could probably send it to you.
No, sorry, not Radiophone. Royal Flush wants to join in the commentary, not Radiophone.
I don't have Royal Flushes. So.
Yeah.
Send that along somewhere. Let me see here.
We could hop on TeamSpeak and do it that way.
Totally your call, big guy. But I do want to say, I want to compliment KrazyCaley for picking a mission setup and then having gameplay decisions that feed into it.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, he's really taking advantage of that. They're complementing one another. On the other hand, if Radiophone's really on the ball, and this is pretty hard to do, you notice the fingerprints on and you're more on the lookout for time ads.
Yeah.
But that's a lot to keep track of.
Indeed.
But a perfect sniper would be more ready for time ads in that situation, seeing the mission setup. On the other hand, some snipers wouldn't even notice the mission setup had changed.
That's true.
It started off turning fingerprint off, and that could be a sneaky move sometimes that I like. Keep a mission off several times in a row and then turn it on quickly without saying anything.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so a shot happened. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with Flush here. He says he's watching on Twitch only. He's not actually in game here. So.
Oh, he's going to be like 40 seconds behind then, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think
yeah,
that,
you have to be in game for that to work, I think.
I think so. If you do want to hop on Spy Party and cast here with us, we'll jump on TeamSpeak, and I guess I just like mute track in TeamSpeak so I can hear him over Skype and hear you over TeamSpeak, and everything would make sense.
I'm coming up on 240 in the next game, in case you're not.
I forgot to start the next game. So
all right.
240.
I'm at 34, 33, 32, 31, 30.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. So
There's no clean
stuff
way to do
happened.
this.
Lots of flirting has gone on. Lots of flirting has gone on.
Here comes the rest of it.
That was a really fast flirt. Holy heck.
It was. And by the way, not just a fast flirt, but a fast flirt next to the AMBA, which means they're way more likely to be watching you already when you enter, so they're more likely to notice that you talked fast. Whereas normally, you know, no one's going to watch that closely, or very few people.
Indeed.
No one other than Fury, let's say.
Banana bread.
No, let's get some low lights out of this. Not that many, actually. He did have someone who'd already visited statues, but boy, I gotta say, very few people have.
Indeed.
He's not even highlight yet, and he's got a BB and a Seduce done. This is interesting. A minute 21, you gotta wonder if he's thinking inspect swap, but...
Yeah.
Oh dear, that looked like a half an aborted briefcase. I don't know if Kaylee saw it, but that wasn't great.
No, it wasn't.
Green swap coming up.
This is a bit of a scary game here.
Yeah, but again, he's gonna have so little time,
Indeed.
and he's got 4 people highlight for possible swaps, meaning that he won't be able to just shoot quickly for once he notices a swap has taken place.
Yeah.
He's on the other side here. Oh, it'd be really nice if the swap goes off while he's on the other side.
Banana bread.
Still hasn't happened, and there's a BB to distract from it. Oh boy, still hasn't happened. This is good. This is a big delay. There's the pickup, and it's a highlight. A highlight picks it up.
Oh man, oh man.
Watch,
This
very
is getting...
close, though. Oh, he knows it's green. He's not firing. He knows it's green. Or at least he thinks it is.
There it is!
Think about it. Oh, there it is.
Oh, what a shot.
Oh, boy. Now, I would love to know, and there's no shame in this, I would love to know how much of a guess that was.
Yeah.
I would love to know if, you know, he just thought, look, it's one of my highlights. Could be her. Good enough. Versus I'm pretty sure it was her. Here's one of the reasons I say that. Because she was actually the closest to the statue that had been swapped. Yeah. And normally the swap goes off a lot quicker than that. So it would be reasonable for him to think she's the closest to the statue. She probably just came from there. You know, if she were on the other side of the map, does she get shot? Maybe not. I don't know.
Indeed.
Yeah. And they're about to start the next one.
Looks that way.
That's
I'm gonna try to get not Radiophone. I'm gonna try to get Royal Flush on Skype here. So can you hold down the fort on this one?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Almost instant swap coming off. Green rather. So Kaylee, you know, doing what Radiophone did earlier. I really want to ask one of them if I get a chance after the game, just exactly how that game went. I thought it was a very well played game by Radiophone, and I want to know how much of that shot was deduction, how much of it was guess, you know, how much of it. Oh my God, mission win pending already.
What? Wow,
Kaylee is rushing. He did the swap and the inspect immediately. He bugged into the conversation and BB'd, and there it goes. And there's just no way he's gonna get the shot off this quick. No way. I'll be amazed. 3 seconds left. Oh,
Jesus!
Wow.
What?
Whoa!
Damn!
Wow!
The plays!
That is gutsy. That is tough because you're thinking there's 2:17 on the clock.
My goodness.
What a shot. That is tough because even if you are 90 to 95% sure that you saw him swap, you're still not going to think you have to shoot. And you're going to wait it out a little bit. You're going to wait out a little bit. But in that case, maybe the BB made him think twice. Maybe he thought, you know what? Kaylee likes to rush. And they're already into the next game, so there's not a whole lot else to say about that. But
yeah.
Oh, and for the 3rd straight game, we have an instant swap.
Oh, boy.
Now, it is a white this time, and I don't think Caley got to see it, so I think he's got one of these super highlights here. He's got one of those white swap highlights. But that's happened 3 times in a row now. Radiophone swapped at the end of the last one. Caley swapped instantly. Radiophone swapped instantly earlier in the set, and now he just did it again. We've talked about this before. The last few times we've cast Radiophone, we've both been very impressed by his ability to stay very aggressive as Spy.
Yeah.
Usually when you have a disparity in games played, when you're up against a very good sniper, that's not what you do. You get timid, especially in like a tournament game. Wow. And he gets called. Pretty sure about the white swap in that one, it turns out.
Indeed.
Wow. Whew. So they are playing fast and loose here.
Yeah, they are.
But Radiophone's backing it up with his sniper play, I should say. And I like that he's being aggressive. I think if he wants to mix it up and go a little slower, I think it might catch Caley off guard. And we're waiting for the game to be set up. I think they're probably taking a breather and talking about those games a little bit this time. There's a lot to talk about.
Oh, man. So, I'm trying to pull Flush into the Skype call. I'm not seeing him in there yet.
Yeah, well, in my version it says he is unable to see the video but is otherwise there, and the call just dropped, so yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, the next game has already started.
Yep, I'm in there.
They're rolling, and a bug has already taken place. Caley is just rushing these hardtails. It's going to keep happening until Radio naps him.
Is this Summer Cup? It is not Summer Cup, but it is live, and I'm not sure I have the scores right because stuff has been happening.
Oh, I forgot this was the Summer Cup, actually. I completely forgot. I thought they were just playing for our benefit.
They are. They are just playing for our benefit.
How we
it's
doing?
not Summer Cup.
You got me?
Okay.
Hey, Little Royal Flush is here. How are you,
how
friend?
you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Yeah, good. Long time no speak.
Yeah, absolutely.
Howdy.
Look, we've only got sound at the moment. I don't know where the video's gone.
Weird thing about Skype and OBS, if I have my face cam coming out to the stream, I can't send it to Skype as well. I don't know why that is.
Am I live now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I can hear myself coming out. Right. I'm gonna mute my Mac.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, so should the stream, right, the Twitch TV is definitely about 40 seconds ahead of Spectation, so should I be watching Spectation?
Yes.
Okay, is that that's what you're commenting on?
Indeed.
Yes, yeah.
I'll get rid of Twitch. Hey, Warning Track, how are you?
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Good, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
and in case it isn't obvious, it's actually very tricky to make sure you get on the next game immediately because
Yeah.
it just starts. That's happened to us a couple times.
Yeah, they're going fast here. So, that was actually a very interesting game that we just completely skimmed over.
Yeah, we were too busy setting things up.
I'm about half an hour behind. Okay, I've caught up to where I think we were all watching. Now I can't see the score now.
The score's probably wrong anyways, because...
No, don't worry about it. We're doing this by the seat of our pants here.
Yeah.
High Rise. They're just about to start High Rise by the looks of it.
Looks like it, yeah. It's going to be any 3 of 5. But yeah, that last game was really interesting because he had a bug done and a fingerprint done, like halfway through the game. That's not the kind of thing you usually see, but it's cool when it happens.
And fingerprint.
Yeah. And by the way, they are switching to High Rise now. 3 of 5.
Yeah, 3 of 5 is
up.
definitely going to be interesting. No contact, no swap, no inspect.
No statue stuff. Yeah, statue is a total shed suspicion zone then.
And you know what? I've been playing my Summer Cup games. It's obviously not worked out for me, but I've been going Summer Cup and losing statues when I've been playing it. And every game I've played, I've gone to statues, and it's got me a low light, or they've commented after saying, you know, that was a way for me to, you know, get away from, or you know, to shed suspicion. So.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
So it's a tactic that I think works. But Wodol was saying on Twitch just a minute ago that.
Oh no, that was a red test. Oh god, the blinky guest list. Oh no.
Yeah. Good.
I mean, Wodol was saying that the only 8 games in the Summer Cup is it's sort of like who's the luckiest in a way.
Yeah, a little bit. That's actually a problem that every tournament has had. Is that if a match is long enough for skill to rise to the top, so that it doesn't feel too random, it's also long enough to take quite a while.
Yeah.
It can be very stressful and exhausting. That's sort of a catch-22 there. You know, one way or another, you're gonna have a problem.
Nice early bug coming from, I believe that's Kaylee. Yeah, it is.
Okay, so where are we? Incidentally, the people in who are playing Kaylee and Radiophone, can they hear us?
No, they cannot.
So it's just the people spectating, and presumably they've got Twitch on in the background. So I don't know, because if they're watching on the spectation stream, our commentary is going to be behind what they're seeing.
Yeah.
If they're spectating, yeah, I think they're probably switching to Twitch. At least that's what I
Okay. Because there's me, there's the three of us, and Varanos are the only people spectating at the moment. So I'm guessing most people are watching on Twitch. Because then they get the live commentary. And I don't know. It's just trying to.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of variables to keep track of. Obviously, this is all brand new.
Absolutely.
So we're just trying it out.
But either way, we're not saying, oh, he is playing as X.
Right. Although we probably could, and it would still be fine.
Wheels just swapped. No, we didn't.
All right. So, Kaylee has got the bug done. He's got the contact done. He's got half of a flirt done. This is actually looking pretty solid for him so far. All he needs to do is finish up this flirt, and that's the game. He's not even highlight yet.
It's easy to forget, and this is a big thing. When you switch from 4-6, 4-7, 4-8 to 3-5, you have to, as sniper, adjust the sort of little timer in your head to know that the game can literally end 30 to 40 seconds earlier without having any kind of rush speed necessary.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's very easy to forget because we all have that clock in our head like it should be ending soon.
Yeah.
And if you don't adjust it for the 3-mission thing, it can be bad, especially if you bug early.
Oh, yeah.
Because then it can happen in a hurry. You can bug a BB in one move, and the next thing you know, you're away from me.
Yeah. Kaylee is playing a nice, slow, patient game.
He's
so
got lots
far.
of time to. Oh!
Oh, shot does wind up coming off, and
Yeah.
Kaylee gets the good end of that.
And that's the thing. I mean, I when I was playing KCN, he time added on high rise.
Oh no!
But then he did like 2 missions in like 30 seconds, and then just left it for 2 minutes. And I got the shot off in the end, only because I caught a bug arm. But it's a thing to think about when you go down to 3 or 5, and if you get those 2 early missions, then you can just wait and let the sniper hang themselves, so to speak.
I agree, and we've talked about that before too. We really like the idea of sort of rushing in little bursts, not rushing the whole game, but waiting a while and then rushing and then waiting. It really throws people off. It causes them to doubt themselves.
Absolutely.
It's an interesting mix. It doesn't work all the time, but I find it works better than just straight rushing the whole way.
It depends on the circumstance, really. If you have a clear lineup for the last mission or two, then go for it. But if not, don't try to force it.
Yeah. I'm coming up on 3 minutes in the next game. Is that about where you go?
I'm at 2:47.
2:45.
All right, I'll jump.
2:41.
Okay. All right, I'm about with you guys now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we just got 85% on the flirt. And Kaylee, he's playing slow, but he's playing solid so far. You don't have to move too quickly in this game type.
Radio, I think, is the spy this time, and I kind of like that. Either of them playing slower would be better, probably, now that they played so fast early on. And
yeah, I just forgot to move the scoreboard again.
Okay.
So yeah, it's Radiophone on the spy.
And even though the scores tended to, Radio's had a lot of near misses as spy in particular. Oh, mine says game ended.
Yeah.
Game ended early, yeah.
That's.
Oh, there we go.
Weird.
That's
Well, either a technical problem or you had to just quit momentarily. We'll know in a moment. Looks like they're starting a new one.
Yeah, looks like they're going.
I've never seen that error message before. That's quite
me
exciting.
neither. That's interesting. It's like, hey, the game didn't finish.
Yeah. 4 of 6.
Okay, they bumped it up. There.
Okay.
And again.
Oh, guess not.
Okay. Was that an error? Back to 3 of 5.
Yeah, back to 3 of 5 we go. All right. Everything makes sense.
And no statues again.
Indubitably. No contact and no any statues at all.
And away we go.
And who's on the spy side? Still Radiophone.
No, it's like they're just replaying the game.
Yep. So...
You wanted to start over with the better character.
Yeah.
Everybody likes
Maybe there was some weird, crazy, laggy stuff going on and they had to reset to try to fix it. I don't know. But
when I'm at PAX and I managed to meet Alice, I'm just gonna have to say it's so weird. I've shot you hundreds of times. And here you
that'd be an interesting conversation.
I've never met anyone
someone.
I've shot that often,
That
or at all.
Yeah, like if anyone hears this conversation and doesn't have the context.
The FBI, they're all tapping into Skype now.
Yeah. Oh.
But you don't have the FBI in Canada, do you?
No, it's
No,
all
we've got the
mountains.
RCMP.
It's all mountains.
Okay, a purloin has happened. And it was white, and
There
it was
are
highlights.
for it. Yes. Kaylee is on it. Now, here's the thing, though. You look at those 3 highlights. It means he's really not, potentially not that sure that it was her.
Yeah.
He just is pretty convinced that it happened recently and was therefore someone in the conversation. So, this might be a very frameable opportunity. Ooh,
Might very
and the
well
fact
be, yeah.
that Helen Mirren, so to speak, is doing a briefcase afterwards can actually look really suspicious when it comes right after a hard sell.
That's true. And so can innocently taking a drink.
Yep, all of it can. But
Yeah.
in particular, I would actually feel like that increases the chances that she will be shot rather than Radio.
I think so. I think Radio is actually in a fairly good position compared.
It's one of those situations that's very easy to overthink on either side.
And he's just gone to statues, which is going to shed some suspicion, if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to have an unambiguous place where you can do that. Now that drinks are no longer like that, you really don't have too many things left unless you play with the missions. Where you
Indeed.
can go to that where you will unambiguously waste time.
He did have to gulp for the statue, but I don't think KCM.
The fact that he got away with the gulp is a pretty good sign.
Yeah.
Interesting part.
Actually, it's a gutsy move because it implies that I've had this drink for a while.
Yeah.
Or you saw the purloin.
Green seduce.
Yeah.
Flirt's done.
If he stayed there for a while and took a long time and drank one at a time, it'd be more likely that he had purloined shortly around that time.
I agree. It was a really cool play.
Yeah. Now, it could be one of those cool plays that the sniper does not notice.
Yeah.
Which is what happens with most cool plays.
Indeed. But if you do it, cool
gonna
plays
bring-
often enough, eventually he's gonna see one, and you're gonna get low lit and feel like a boss.
Oh dear, what's he doing? What's he doing? What on earth is he doing?
I don't know. He definitely thinks there's a heck of a lot of suspicion on him, so he's trying to find a way to
Just
get
that
something
dude
in
not
under
pick
the
them
radar.
up. Is that? Oh
I don't know
no!
what the plan is here.
Here comes a bug. Oh, he's bugged. He's bugging.
Oh, he's all
and
Oh,
Yeah, you know what? I think that was a pretty winnable game. I
think
really
so.
do, but he just didn't get a whole lot of help, and he wasn't sure what he wanted to do at the end. But Kaylee was clearly just waiting for that bug.
yeah, absolutely.
It wasn't that
Chat.
visible, but yeah.
I'm going to just chime in here. On the Spectation, there's only 4 people in, and 3 of them are us. And there's 12 people on Twitch, and
Yeah.
Twitch is behind, so our commentary is now premature. For
No,
most
because they're
people.
seeing the screen through Twitch, not
Yeah.
through Spectation.
But Twitch is behind. So what we're saying that if we say there's
Yeah,
a
but
bug,
they can't
But
hear
the
us
audio is
through
also-
us. They hear us through Twitch, which is in sync with the game that we're streaming to Twitch. It's complicated. It just
Oh.
works. Don't worry.
I'm not recognizing that because I've muted my Mac.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah,
I'll shut up for a bit.
That's okay. No, there's a lot of variables to consider.
I'll just
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
trust that you know what's happening.
I'll tell you what, though, this was all a lot simpler back when Twitch didn't have that delay, when it was only a couple of seconds.
Yeah,
Now you get that thing where you ask your chat a question, and then you sort of just check back a minute or two later.
that's true. There
Which is a pity.
they do have a way to go back to the old settings of no delay, but it tends to make buffering happen more often, so
Right, you
most
gotta
people
quite a
don't do it.
Yeah, there's been a little bit of buffering, but not so much that it's noticeable. But interesting that the quality is a lot higher actually, obviously on Spectation than it is on Twitch.
Look
Yeah.
at that early time ad, though. What a nice little play. So many people at Windows as well.
Okay, now this is interesting. A time ad on 3 of 5. A timeout on 3 of 5. So what's the plan here? Is he going to really draw this game out?
I think the plan is
In the
basically to just screw with Radiophone.
Oh, yeah, that's what I think too, because there's the BB and the bug. Although
Yeah.
he might have had a different plan and then just saw an opportunity to bug and taken it.
Yeah, I think so. That looked about
I
right.
missed
Yeah, the
that.
best spies will abandon their plans when a better opportunity.
Yeah, because he wound up like right in between Double Agent and the Ambassador in conversation, so it was the perfect opportunity.
Kaley cannot resist hiding one mission with another or stringing them together. He likes it too much.
This, I'm just failing with the scoreboard, so I'm just turning it off.
Scoreboard is Kaley's got a bunch of wins, Radiophone's got a few, and it's been very entertaining and competitive.
Indeed. So we don't need the scoreboard. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, I mean, I wonder. My first thought is that when you time out on this kind of setup, really the safest thing by far is just to use it to fingerprint.
I agree.
But you can't always resist.
Yeah, he's got the bug done. He's got the contact done. He's got half a flirt done. He is
Now
Hylit, sure, but this is a very nice position for Kaley to be in.
Oh, there's the white. That well, I like that though. After the aggression, he's thinking, well, why don't I just play really conservative now and just try to time my flirt and basically this. And he's still going to
Indeed.
here.
I mean,
Probably successfully.
I mean, he's got over 2 minutes to get this last flirt. It's like time is not the problem.
It would take a heck of a shot at this point.
Yeah, no kidding.
Especially
Cleto
if he
says
doesn't
some
leave.
spies don't have plans in the first place. Oh, that's awesome.
Hey, if you don't have a plan as a spy, then you can't become predictable, and you can't get trapped in your plan either.
That's
So there are some
true.
upsides.
That's true.
They can't predict what you're going to do if you don't even know.
Yeah.
But it arguably makes it easier. Oh, here comes another flirt. Arguably makes it easier to catch you out.
Yeah.
See
Yeah, things
Verifo.
on fly.
This is just going to be a nice clean win, I think.
Yeah.
Ooh, the mouse hovered
Oh,
over
sure.
the spy for a moment.
There it is.
Yeah, that was a beautiful finish for Kaley.
Yeah, I'm really curious as to how much of that was planned and how much of that was just opportunism.
Hard to say. It really
Yeah.
is.
Both make a lot of sense to me, especially with that time ad. That time ad in particular makes me think he probably wasn't planning on doing a bug and a BB right away.
Yeah, I agree. But hey, there it was, so why not?
And they're playing with different modes here. Radiophone's been turning off the BB and the statues. Kaley leaving the BB on.
Yeah.
And this is something that good players disagree on. The BB on gallery and the BB here in particular.
Yeah.
On most other maps, you get much more agreement about which missions to take off. But it's a credit to the Spy Party development team that on most of the newer maps, you don't have that agreement anymore. Most of the newer maps, you can make a good
Oh,
case.
that was a nice little bug, but Kaley thought he caught some of it, so
Yeah.
there's a highlight there. It was a sweet move, though.
Yeah.
That's like the textbook bug, and Kaley he knows it well enough that he knows to look for it.
Right. Right. And he knows well enough to make suspicious bugs. Bugs of possibility, bugs of suspicion. A bug where if that was a bug, I wouldn't have seen it, so I know it could have happened.
Yeah, absolutely.
How much weight to give those, it depends on, it's a case on
Green Purloin coming out here. Isn't that interesting?
And I don't think he saw the reject. I think he's
I'm not sure he did either.
On the other hand...
Oh, there, yeah,
wow.
he did. He
Did?
totally saw it.
Wow.
All right.
I think he probably did, but I gotta say that it might have been enough that it went to the very next person, that it was next to the spy, and then he was already highlit.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
even if
what are the percentages of AI rejecting a drink? Just out of idle curiosity.
I think I heard it was 50-50, but I thought that was a number of builds ago.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
They take
Oh,
drinks.
the super fast bug out of Kaley.
Wow.
What a play.
Yeah, and that's just rough. Kaley has gotten away with a lot of early bugs against radio so far, and it's hard to combat.
Yeah,
It does get highlight for the statues, though.
indeed. Yeah,
With
the
3
mission,
of 5.
mission
3 of
selection
5,
is
you can
very
do
different between these two.
On the other hand, Radiophone's probably noticing all these really aggressive games of Spy, and he might shoot for a BB right here. He might feel compelled with that highlight.
He might.
And the end of red.
Comes.
Let's see.
It's
No.
just
Nope.
so hard to take a shot in that situation.
Look, once he starts lowlighting, that tells you everything you need
Yeah.
to know. Almost nobody does 1 or 2 lowlights and then shoots for the BB. They
Yeah.
usually just shoot.
Yeah.
That's rough.
But it really is like that early on in the game, even if your opponent has been playing really aggressive ones, it's like it's so hard to take that shot.
It really is. If anything, it's too aggressive in a vacuum.
Yeah.
Usually, it's not going to work out.
Caley has just been playing incredibly well.
Really solid, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, what are the stats between? I mean, Kaylee's sort of like number 3 in the world.
Caley is just unbelievably good at this game.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in the idea that you have like a top tier, basically, and it's hard to make a case for too many players with that. They can all beat each other on a good day. I tend to put KCM number 1, and then 3 or 4 people in some kind of mixing order, and Kaylee's one of those, in my opinion. Right there behind.
Yeah.
That's very modest of you, Warning, because you're number 1 in the world on the planet.
Well, I want to let someone else say it. Yeah, no, I also haven't played very much. I don't know where. I won't be too modest. I will say that I think I'm somewhere in the top 12. I just don't know where. And I think really once you get from like 4 to 15, they're all pretty similar in terms of skills. Anyone can beat anyone on a good day or lose on a bad day.
Yeah.
But I tend to put KCM unequivocally number 1 with several people like Kaylee and Scientist pretty close behind.
I mean, who else in here? You've got Canadian Bacon, you've got Scientist, you've got KCM, you've got...
You got a green purloin is what you got.
Yeah, I give KCM the nod because
nice tap and everyone's friends. We're not watching the game.
I find it, yeah, to me, the people I put at the top are the people who win a lot against everyone. Bacon varies more from player to player. Like, he does very well against KCM, but not as well against some other top players. It's more of a rock, paper, scissors thing, you know?
Bacon lost to Siegeman in his match. Was it Siegeman, I think? I think it was Siegeman.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, right? You just...
Tough game today.
Right. Radiophone, I think he's got a few thousand games now, right?
Yeah, he's got quite a bit under his belt.
He's good. Let me put it this way. He can hold his own. He can win some games against the best players in the world. I wouldn't make him a favorite against someone like Kaylee, but he's had some really good matches. I think he had one against KCM or Kaylee or something like that where he split a couple months ago that we casted, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so he's the height of his game is up there. You know, he's capable of some really impressive stuff.
And look at this game. Like, he's got the green purloin came off completely clean. He's got 68% on the flirt. He's playing this very calm and very patient, but he's gonna need to find something here.
We're at the point in this game where I'm nervous that he's not going to win.
2 below me on all-time games. I'm just checking.
Oh, wow.
And 1 above Checker, curious.
Yeah. We're at the point now where anyone with 2,000 to 3,000 games can be very dangerous against any competition, pretty much.
Yeah.
Now, I'm kind of rooting for him in this one. I get nervous when someone gets away clean with a hardtail because then it's so scary to blow it on a flirt or something like that, you know, on something, or pathing, or, you know, you clip something.
But he's got the flirts done. He only has 30 seconds left with which to path. I think he's got to. What other choice does he have?
Oh, God.
Trying to twitch in. There it is. He's in range. Oh, no.
You know what we just saw? We saw what happens when you turn off BB and then get away with the hardtail and realize you have so few options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
You do the legwork, and then you've got nothing to quickly end it with.
Yeah.
He had no inspect and no BB, so the only other soft tail available to him is flirt, which he didn't do. So he had a minute to flirt. Oh,
he had flirt done and he had purloin done, but he didn't have any fingerprints.
Yeah,
and his only other options were bug and transfer.
Right, yes. Yeah, turned off 2 softail missions and sneaking a second hardtail by Kaylee, who, as we know, pretty much exclusively camps them.
Indeed.
That's rough.
That's hard.
On the other hand, an early highlight against Kaylee now for a statue visit, and that's, you know, good place to be. Although, 2 early statue visits, rather, that can complicate things.
Yeah, like, when so many people run into the statues early, you can get very bloated with highlights.
Right, and you got to know that too, and make some aggressive choices. Wow,
that's a brave shot.
You know, I thought that was actually a pretty good briefcase.
I thought it wasn't a bad one.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I actually
maybe it's because he clipped through the glass.
Maybe.
I think what happened was he just maybe just didn't realize briefcase was occurring and just saw him stop in the middle of nowhere and just went, well, that's a spy.
Yeah, and that happens a lot actually. People see a weird sudden stop and they think they've clipped or something like that, or caught on something, and they don't see the briefcase. And one of the things to lend credence to that theory is that he was out in the balcony where you can't see the ground.
Yeah.
So the briefcase was probably obscured, which would make it fortunate, lucky, frankly.
Yeah.
But hey, we all need a little luck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yo, man.
I've definitely won and lost games on that, on not realizing a briefcase was happening.
Yeah. And then actually spending a little bit of time watching this, just going back and being like, wait, what happened?
And it sounds like they're talking about it a little bit based on this delay, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, unfortunately, I can't go back and look at it because I already hit wait for next game.
Right, right. Me too.
Oh. I can look at it. I'm going to look at it because I haven't done that yet.
Oh, next game started.
They just started the new one.
And they've started the next one now. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, they heard.
And you know what? He's stopped with the briefcase, and you actually, with him stopped, you can't even see it, and he's not even close to the balcony at that point. So
yeah.
Okay.
If he's only half looking, then...
I think it was a good stop because he stopped as soon as the ambassador started moving, but
Yeah.
if you don't notice that, it's like, oh look, it's a spy. Oh, how did the bug miss? Oh god, that looked so good. And he gets highlight for it. Oh man.
Worst of all possible worlds.
Probably pick it up on the way over though. There he goes. Gets the second attempt.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, I think
There's
Haley
a
might have
weird
bumped into
entry to that conversation there.
You know what? It's actually a shame he got the early highlight because now we can't see if he got highlight for the second attempt. So now he's either
No, he got highlight. He got highlight for the first one. I was watching that behind.
Yeah.
Oh no, I mean, would he have gotten highlight? Because now I'm wondering how much he saw the second attempt because he can't highlight him again. The fact that he didn't shoot, maybe he's all but sure, but we have no signal to know what Caley saw.
I don't know. Usually, if you think a bug might have happened, it's like, all right, this person could have bugged. I'm gonna stop watching them for the bug because they could have bugged.
That's a good point. If he thinks it might have already happened, yeah. And it looked like the kind of bug that would take too. You're right. So he might have netted out to even. He thought he bugged, and he did, just not when he thought.
Wait a second. Did he?
He's just put his bookcase back in the right bookcase.
I thought I saw him take out the microfilm. Did he take out the microfilm and then leave the bookcase and then go back and then put back the microfilm and then put the book away?
I don't think so. I didn't see any of that.
I will check.
Yeah. I haven't seen that too well.
He just took the book out.
Okay. So I guess...
If you want to know how subtle the microfilm animations are, that's how subtle they are.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they happen when you're watching it on SPECTATION.
Yeah. My apologies.
My money on this is he's going to finish with a pearl line and get shot for it. Fiver on it right now.
Oh, that was a weird little path there.
The blue bookshelf.
I think he thinks he has
He might.
the microphone.
That would be so sad if it's true. No,
No, he's fingerprinting. Okay, everything makes sense again. Everything makes sense again. Oh, he only stayed there one cycle. That was a really short visit.
What a risk to leave microfilm on and go to both bookshelves, but not to do it.
Yeah, I know.
And now, ooh, the Ambetta statue.
That's where he's going next. He's already gunning for it.
Oh, hang out and wait.
Yep.
He could be all over this.
Just in front of the statue, and then
He better wait a little bit. I think he might get shot for this.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, he's just going. No delay.
here it is.
We'll see. Here it goes.
Doesn't look like he's getting shot. He's got the fingerprint done.
I think he's gonna get away with it.
I think
Hang
so.
on to that statue. Hang on to that statue. Don't put it
3,
down.
2, 1. He's done it! Oh,
Wow.
indeed.
Great win.
Indeed. That was
Good
quite a
move on the
finish.
fingerprint. And by the way, I gotta say, even if he wasn't sure he wanted to do fingerprint, I like that he got the first one done. It gives him options.
I agree. I completely
When he saw
agree.
the Amba at the statue, he thought, okay, I can finish. But if that hadn't happened, if the Amba hadn't cooperated or taken a drink or done anything like that, could have run off and done something else.
Absolutely. Just giving yourself that option is... It's such an important thing to do that so few people wind up doing. Because it's... I'm going to be honest. It's not easy to keep track of where the Amba's going while you're trying to do all your other spy stuff.
Unless you're making a conscious effort to say, I'm pretty sure he's going to try and fingerprint, let's, zone on the ambassador.
Yeah.
Which which doesn't happen that often.
Yeah. But I was talking about, like, as the spy as well. It's not easy to keep track.
Well, you say that, but I've actually, maybe this is just my maturity in the game, but since coming back to it, I've started watching what other people are doing. Not so much the ambassador, but more so what's Toby doing, and is he offering drinks? If people are rejecting, then I will summon him to get a drink, and then try for a purloin. And if mine comes off as green, great. If mine doesn't come off as green, you've straight away got another out. Whereas the person before you takes a drink,
yeah,
you narrow your options if they're channeling the waiter. So
well, you're a better man than I if you can keep track of that. I will say that I guess what I like about it is that you know technically anyone who decides to keep track of it if they make an effort can, but at what cost, right? What are they not thinking?
This is the thing. If you're funneling on that and then you're not watching anything else, then obviously you're not.
Caley hits the 2 flirt. I'm not really sure what the highlight was for though, because he was at bookcase, and then he got highlight as he put the book away.
Even in 3 of 5, a highlight, and the only highlight for a flirt, for the seduction mission, that's not where you want to be.
No, it's not.
Nobody else.
He was highlighted. It was for bookcase.
Oh, look at that! He actually just ignored Toby until he gave up. It doesn't happen very often.
He's back at that bookcase, and he's just been neutral.
Oh,
and
he's highlighted again. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going through Radiophone's head here. I'm confuzzled.
Wait, I've no idea who this is. I'm just going to highlight people.
Yeah.
Are we casting Miri by accident?
Oh man, that is definitely something Fury would do. But KrazyCaley here.
He's having a nice wander around.
Yeah, he's not looking so hot this game. He's got the highlight, he's got a flirt done, but that's it.
And the end of red.
Fake BB comes off. Oh, the frame job! What?
Wow.
Man, oh man.
That's surprising. I feel like he was ahead most of that game.
I think so too.
I think that
I'm not
was
really sure what went on there.
I've got an interesting question to sort of ask about this, and it is coming in relevant here just watching this game back.
Yeah.
What are the sort of the hard and fast rules about low-lighting people, apart from, obviously, if you get a BB and they're not in conversation, you can low-light. If you see the purloin going, you can low-light a lot. But in terms of general low-lighting for things like, and this is for sort of, partially for myself, but also for people who might be sort of watching and thinking, why is Caley low-lit there? Is it because of the path? The path was too good, or you highlight for that path and what? But particularly for low-lights, what would you say that's a low-light because he pathed that well, or because he ignored that, or do you sort of take it each game at a time?
Well, it really does depend not so much on the game, but on who's playing sniper. Lots of people will basically only low-light for things that are basically guaranteed.
So that is not the spy I am low-lighting.
Right. But then there's a lot of people who will be like, I don't think my opponent would do that, so I'm going to low-light this person. And then just they have to be aware that they might have low-lit the spy and be willing to bump people back up again.
So it becomes more like a game of poker. You play the man rather than the card, so to speak.
I think so, yeah. Although I will say that I feel like it's one of those things where a lot of snipers will just do it straight, regardless. For example, I'm very stingy about lowlights. Most of the lowlights I give out are for BB, for literal people who cannot be the spy.
Yeah, because I'm like the same, and I play games and like against KCM and stuff, and I watch the stuff back at the end, and he's got like 9 low lit, and I've got like.
And you're wondering how on earth could you
do
right?
They're waiters, you know.
Right, they're playing probabilities, whereas you and I play certainties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, as much as my natural inclination is to only do hard low lights, so to speak, I have to admit that the best spy party play possible probably takes advantage of those probabilities. It probably takes 80% low lights, 90% low lights that are usually correct.
Yeah.
And it's probably a little more aggressive because really, you know, the downside of getting a low light wrong is not that bad in aggregate if you take them as a whole.
Yeah.
So I probably should be less stingy. I think my optimal play would involve more lowlights than I'm currently comfortable with, just because the psychological downside of lowlighting the spy can be very demoralizing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very interesting play in this game that just happened. He was going up for one of the textbook bugs where the Amba was coming off of a bookcase and he could have just gotten the bug coming across. Opted not to, instead picked up his second fingerprint at the bookcase and pulled out the book. It looked like he was going to look to see if he could transfer as well. Did not wind up happening.
He's just put the correct book back at the correct bookcase and got a highlight for it. Oh,
I think what that was is I'm going to highlight you to see if I can catch you on a transfer, and then I'm going to neutral you again when you leave the bookcase, because but when you're behind that glass, it's so much easier to see what's going on if the person in question is highlight.
Yeah. That's a lovely game.
It is. That was a beautifully played one.
That's really well played. And I was sort of thinking, is he going to take the green book to the blue? Because he's already got 2 done and he's holding a book. But
yeah, I was thinking he was going to do that as well, but I think just playing for the flirt was the right call.
Yeah, some very impressive spy play out of Radiophone.
Indeed. That was awesome.
I'm sure the actual score is fairly lopsided.
Let's say, what's the score?
I don't have my scoreboard up anymore. I was doing a bad job keeping track, so I just turned it off. That was a cool game, though.
Yeah, I really admire...
I'm going to focus on this game.
All right.
I'm going to bring up my A game.
All right.
So we're all friends. We're all friends, so I can stop trying to make friends.
Ooh, Kaylee really wanted that bug. Did not wind up happening, but...
We've seen Kaylee go for the early bug a lot, but it just wasn't to be this time. So he'll have to settle for the early flirt, the standard early flirt.
But when you're coming into it so early on, it can be so hard to catch people on those.
Yeah.
What are our thoughts on action testing? Is that something that gets better as it goes on, or do we still think it's a matter of, is it a reflex test? Is it just punishing any old people who are playing?
I think you definitely can get better at action tests.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I'm watching Kaylee just hit green test after green test after green test, and
yeah. I know there are stats somewhere about this. I think the implication, there's definitely an improvement from when you start. I'm sure of that because it's happened.
Oh god, yeah. Well, I see newbies going, they just ignore the action test completely because they think that's an unnecessary risk.
I feel like I hit them about half the time, maybe a little more. And I think I remember. I do think there's a cap though, in that almost every player, no matter how much they play, has a lot of trouble getting above 60 or 65%.
Yeah.
I think I heard that there's really only one significant exception, and that was R7 Stewart, who like routinely hit over 70, but that pretty much everyone else gets somewhere in the 60s, and you kind of cap out.
Is he still alive? Is he?
He still shows his face in the forums every now and again.
Yes, he does. He moved to the United States, I think, and got a new job. And I think he said he's kind of been waiting for some of the new features. So.
Okay.
Oh, okay, fair enough. That's fair.
He's still around. Yeah. Still terrified. He's still the only player I think that scares KCM even a little.
The pathing has changed, though. How good can he still be?
Oh, I think they might be done. Oh, they're saying new map. Okay. I guess they got kicked briefly. There we go.
How do you even know that?
Know what?
They're talking about a new map.
They said it in chat. They said it in chat.
Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. It looks actually like they left SPECTATION and then they joined again. I wonder how this works. Do we need to go in and out?
I don't know. This is fun though. I'm gonna jump out real quick and then pop back in and see what's going. Now they seem like they're still in the same game.
Okay.
We got confused for a moment. Everything's fine.
And they're playing pub.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna see some fancy looking pretty maps with fancy looking pretty characters.
Have you had to go out and go back? Because I'm not getting that. I'm gonna go back in.
Okay.
Yeah, you might have to.
Radiophone, real quick time ad off the top. Picks up a highlight. I don't know if that's for the time ad or if it's for the statue.
I love this map.
This is an awesome map.
I love this map. I hated it at first because I just didn't know how to play it. And now I just have so much time for it, and I've played so many games, and it didn't come off in my cup match, but I've played this. There's a shot.
Oh, damn!
I've played it so much, and I've got...
A swap totally happened.
Yeah.
What I love is the fact that the purloin on this is that you can frame someone and you can frame them in a different way.
Yeah.
And you can change the strategy. You can either say, right, I'm going to deliberately make it look like I'm delegating the purloin, or I can go and take it and make it think that someone else has delegated me. And you can play mind games, and it's just brilliant.
It's the first step towards giving spies a way to do things to the sniper rather than the other way around. To give a way to shed suspicion, to frame more. Checker said from the very beginning that he really wants to find a way to flip that on its head and make it more of a two-way flow of information. Where the spy can manipulate the sniper more, and this is, I think, the first step there. Also, Caley tried to go for yet another early bug, did not take.
Didn't work, and the ambassadors got bored.
Channeled the aggression into a delegated purloin, though.
Yeah, indeed. He's got his flirt done already.
And the underbred.
BB comes off. I'd love to see him.
And there's the delegate.
Yep, there it goes.
Surely what he should do now, he should go and inspect and swap. And get 5 missions done.
5 missions, yeah.
Well, he's definitely going to pick up the inspect here.
And he wants to be at the statue while the purloin goes off.
Green swap! Ladies and gentlemen, green swap!
I really don't know if that was deliberate. I
don't think. Well, the purloin's come on. Swap is not going to happen.
Oh, that's why. That's why.
You can't shoot somebody for purloining when they're at statues. Sure, I mean it's
pretty tough.
That's he's done a lot of missions. Huh?
Oh man!
I don't know how much Radiophone's looking at these logs afterwards, the replays, but I think if he's looking at them at all, he needs to be camping that Amba in the first 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that one was bad.
Even I saw that.
That one was bad. Did not get seen.
I saw it. It didn't take though, so.
Look at all this activity at the bar, though. This is
you should
awesome
come to England. This is tame.
But yeah, like 3 people coming down the bar right off the bat. Just step away into that conversation, wait until one of them follows you, and then delegate.
3 people on a Thursday night. It should be three lines of people deep.
We don't have that many character models yet.
What kind of pub is this?
It's a Weatherspoon.
He just shows up, then the delegate happens. And now it's going to look like it was Miss Frizzle who delegated.
Oh dear.
Miss Frizzle.
I like that.
Frizzle. I didn't even know that Mrs. White was called Helen Mirren. I was just calling her Mrs. White.
Well, I obviously there's not like broad agreement. Everyone calls General, but I feel like everyone else, there's Walt Disney, there's Morgan Freeman, there's Helen Mirren, etc. There's the Queen. The ones with a really
Danger and the Queen is the 2 that I go for.
Yeah.
And
the guy who's
Taft.
the
Taft.
Amba, people tend to call him Taft.
Yeah, because he looks like U.S. President William Taft, who was, yes, our fattest president, I believe. Once got stuck in a bathtub.
I call him the Monopoly Man.
Yeah, he does look a little like that,
Yeah, he does. So the
fancy.
purloins come off. We've got 31% on the flirt.
I guess the only problem with that is that the guy with the top hat in the old art is sometimes called the Monopoly Man.
Yeah, that's true.
There can only be one. It's like Highlander with Monopoly Man.
I was talking that the new Mexican guy, he should be called Cartel.
Cartel? How about Carlos Cartel?
Carlos Cartel.
Carlos Cartel. Actually based somewhat on Carlos Slim, the Mexican billionaire.
Indeed.
Oh, is that an actual person? I thought he was like someone made up to scare children.
No, he's pretty much the telecom operator in Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think he was
They have
briefly...
phones in Mexico?
Bug alert!
Barely.
Bug alert!
They have,
Nope, just
I
fake
think he might have
BBs
briefly been
and
the richest man in
leaves.
the world, by the way.
Carlos Slim? Really?
Yeah, if he wasn't, he
Gates
was
anymore.
number 2 for a while. I think he was behind Gates for a while, and then Gates started giving away all his money. Something
and
like that.
Windows 10. Apparently Windows 10 is very good. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet.
I've heard good news.
So, I don't think Radiophone's gonna finish his missions.
No, I don't
really
either.
don't.
But he can still
I'm
time
feeling
ad.
an inspect swap
Don't forget,
coming
you
up.
can time ad from indoors here.
That's
he
true.
swapped. He swapped? Oh, that's a shame. That one got caught, surely.
Kaylee? That's not the same statue, Kaylee.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, well, I don't know if he's going to get done, but he's going to get a lot closer than we thought.
Yeah, he is. Definitely is. I'm surprised he didn't at least try for the fingerprint.
He's not going to be able to finish the flirt, though. It's going to have to be a bug.
It was a difficult fingerprint. I thought he was going to at least try
He's all
for
over it.
Bug
Kaylee's
alert! Bug alert! Oh, the tree! Nope, not quite.
Kaylee's fading it. Yeah.
I thought he was gonna get the timing on the tree. It didn't happen.
Dead.
Boy, by the way, you know, getting those early flirts in, they really set you up for the end of the game. If he'd had one more
Yeah.
flirt done, he would have been in range to finish.
Yeah.
Tough one.
Yep. It can get kind of chaotic in here with 3 people talking.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's like a wrestling match.
Yeah.
So RKO out of nowhere.
A wrestling match where everybody loses.
Oh man.
Just kidding.
All right, so
Early swap.
yeah,
I like
very
that.
early
We haven't
swap.
seen that.
We've been
Yeah,
seeing that
I like
all
that.
match for some reason.
Yeah,
The
we
other ones.
have.
Not on this one, but the other ones.
I drink your milkshake.
Time ad question mark? Oh, the bug coming through the door though.
Oh, by
That
the way,
was a
joining-
sweet
And
play.
the bread.
Joining the spectation.
Oh, and the PB! Look how fast that game was! My
I drink it
God!
up.
Yeah, Haley. This is what he's been doing. This is what he's been doing.
Dang!
Titleist just joined
Oh
spectation.
my
Long time
God!
no-
It's Titleist.
Spectator.
I haven't seen Titleist in so long.
Yeah.
He's
One of the originals, sort of. Yeah.
Titleist. I remember way back when, before I got into the beta, and this was like this was like still closed beta. I wasn't even in yet. I'm watching Titleist stream the game. That's how I got my start.
Yeah,
nice
I remember
little bug coming through there.
when I joined, there were only 5 or 6 people with 3,000 games, and he was one of them.
Yeah.
He was actually, I remember this very distinctly, he was one of the first, like, pro-level players where I didn't get my butt whooped. We played 20 games, I remember this very, very distinctly, and I went 8-12 against him, and I was so happy.
Oh, nice.
Because at the time I had a third of his games, I think, and he was so tough. And I remember thinking, oh, okay, maybe if I just keep putting in the time, maybe I can be competitive.
Another white swap. That could be real bad for Radiophone.
We've got 3 other people spectating now, and presumably everyone else is on Twitch.
I
We're
don't
like
think
everyone.
Kaylee saw it. I don't think Kaylee knows.
Yeah, this is really interesting. And by the way, just amazing that Radiophone's still just being really aggressive. I really admire it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's working pretty well. Can he resist the bug here, though? He's got plenty of time to do something else.
Are we watching a different game? Because he's.
Yeah, I'm coming up at 2:05, and
Oh yeah, I just fast forwarded.
There's
Yeah.
the BB.
there's the BB, and I like it. I think he's going to get away with it here. He's waiting for that bug.
Oh!
Oh, he's gonna be kicking
scary.
himself so
Gonna be a
bad
boy.
here.
Yeah, what I think he was thinking, this is what I would do. I would BB into a bug. I would BB
Yeah.
to cover the bug. So he was waiting for the second part of that. It didn't come, and then he thought, oh, I don't know. And by the way, really good instincts to even consider that shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
But great win from Radiophone. Glad to see it.
Indeed.
I'm just whispering to Kaylee to try and find out what the score is. If you want to put your scoreboard back up.
I think we're actually. I know. Warning track has to run pretty soon.
Yeah, I've only got a couple more minutes. Maybe one more.
But like I'm having a blast. So.
Yeah,
yes,
we got backup.
If
We're
you want to
coming.
stay on and cast a bit more with me, Flesh, feel free to.
Yeah, I'll stick around for a bit. 17-5 on the last one, 4-1 on this one to Kaylee.
Okay.
So total of 20. 4-1 if you want to start it from scratch from this one. It's 4-1 to Kaylee.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, I have to imagine Kaylee's. I was gonna say I thought he was gonna keep being aggressive, but you know maybe I'm wrong. Just an early flirt so far. There's the bug. I was wrong. I should have known he would find a way. Moderately visible, but you know he was just kind of moving around. I think he thinks maybe Taft is a little too far away. Even it's hard to say, but for whatever reason got away with it clean.
Indeed.
And Kaylee is blowing through the missions again.
Titleist is just like, we can't just have one match going. This is no. It's spectation. That's the new
Everybody's
rule.
actually, yeah, we're probably
Oh,
having
God.
matches before people are watching. Oh, is he gonna shoot him for this? He's
Good
thinking
look.
about it.
He's
watching that
definitely
briefcase.
thinking about it.
Oh,
Oh boy.
there he goes.
Okay. Good
Excellent.
stuff.
Good stuff. Really impressive shot from Radiophone. A lot of impressive play from him. Don't let the scoreboard fool you, whatever it is exactly. He's played very well today.
6-17, I think.
Yeah, not bad under the circumstances. A lot of those games pretty winnable, too, and some very impressive individual ones.
Yeah.
I am off, and I guess Royal Flush will fill in. Thanks for stopping by, buddy.
I'll do my best. Good to chat.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll see you guys both again soon.
All right, have a great night, Warning Track.
Bye.
Spirits finally caught on to those damn rushes.
Samuel
man.
Peaches. Spirit Sales. Who is Spirit Sales? Because he doesn't play Spy Party.
Spirit Sales is Radiophone.
Ah, there you go. Oh, what's he doing watching Twitch? The charlatan.
Oh man, that's funny.
I don't know, because obviously I only know Spirit Sales. You didn't play Resistance with us, did you?
Okay, got caught on the time ad. Holy mackerel. No, I didn't play Resistance ever. No, I've played some stuff with him, but
because I only know him as Spirit Cell, I didn't know he was Radiophone, and there was a time, it was last Easter, I think, when we all got into a phase of playing Resistance, and there was a hashtag going around KrazyCaley Bacon 2014.
Yeah, I remember seeing
all the
that.
spies together. It was we had a lot of fun doing that. Well, it needs to be a thing, and I'm not one to preach another game on one channel, but I had a lot of fun playing.
Resistance is really fun. You know what else is really fun? Spyfall.
Spyfall.
It's a lot like a more casual version of Resistance.
It sounds vaguely familiar.
It's a fun
I might be thinking of the Bond film. That's Skyfall, isn't it?
Yeah, that is Skyfall.
That's something different.
So Banana Bread happened, and then Bullets.
Oh.
So that's a thing.
Sure. No, okay, I'm gonna watch again. I'm trying to fend off my cat who's trying to skin my arm at the moment. No, stop it.
Oh man. Yeah,
I
I'm not
will.
really sure
I will
what
throw
happened.
you out with the strays. I will. Sorry, talk to my cat. Anyway.
All right. So
Moving on.
all right. So it looks like that was it. Looks like we finished on up.
Are we all done?
We're gonna do a few post-game interviews though because fun. So
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I haven't got TeamSpeak on my Mac. Will this be Twitched or?
This is gonna have to be TeamSpeak because that's really.
Can you get TeamSpeak for Mac?
I have absolutely no idea.
I'm investigating. Well, there might be an online thing. Hold the phone. Here we go. Mac OS. Is it client or server? It's client, isn't it?
Yeah, it's client.
Client. I agree.
Hello, Kaylee.
Their heads.
Warning Track had to run, but I've had the good Sir Royal Flush casting with me for most of the night as well, and he's just gonna see if he can get TeamSpeak downloaded.
It's looking promising.
Great.
Give me a sec.
I have a hard cap of 640,
applications.
at which point I have to go.
Okay.
So
Client
40
wasn't
your
Max. So.
So yeah, those were some fun games, guys.
Indeed.
Spirit, I know the scoreboard didn't really show it, but you were actually playing really well in those.
Oh, thanks for the pity.
No, I'm serious. Like you put on a good showing. Like whether the score shows
Is that
it or
what you
not.
call it? Is that what you call it?
I'm serious though. You play like I know you didn't win a whole lot, but you did play quite well.
There were a few games of Spy where I recall one where I think what I did was I think I briefcased or something on high rise.
Oh
and
yeah.
I noticed the AMBA like leave, and so I thought I stopped like right on the dot.
You
but
did?
Well, I don't think so. On replay, it looks like I kept walking for just like a microsecond.
Tobo,
Okay.
can you just tell
Shot
me
I was like, that was pretty
the
good damn
thing
good
I need
stuff.
to get to the Spy Party
I
TeamSpeak thing?
appreciate the pity. Appreciate it.
I believe it's I don't remember how to spell it. It's on the Spy Party forums.
Oh, is it on? Okay, let me go browse the form. You crack on. I'll be there in about 2 minutes.
Okay. So yeah, Royal Flush is on his way.
Thank you, Verifo.
Shall we hang up Skype?
Sure, probably a good call.
All right, I'll speak to you in a sec.
Okay. All right, so now that I'm not having two different conversations at the same time and only I can hear both of them, yeah, that was a lot of fun. I remember during that game on High Rise you were talking about, it looked really good from my end. So I had thought maybe like you didn't realize he had a briefcase or something and thought he just caught on the wall and just went, well, that's a spy, and shot him.
Yeah, I don't know. He told me he didn't like the briefcase. Was what Spirit said.
Okay.
I was taking a good look at it and I was like, I did stop slightly after the Amba started walking. It looked like so.
The only other thing I could think to say is there was some slightly weird pathing stuff coming into the briefcase right before you picked it up, but...
Yeah, that's certainly possible. I don't know, Spirit will tell you.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Royal Flush is here,
I mean,
but it says he's away, and I'm confused.
Yeah, both of the moves were pretty subtle, but both of them taken together, I thought that was the spy.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, the only thing was, I think, for our benefit, you were kind of rushing into the next games instead of staying around to chat and go through the logs and stuff. But KrazyCaley was like going for so many super early bugs, and I just.
Yeah, I said that too. Well, we're getting an echo from somewhere.
Yeah, Royal Flush.
Okay.
Okay, I think I'm here, but I've only got the inbuilt mic.
Okay. So yeah, you are here, but we're getting an echo.
Yeah, we're getting ourselves echoing through you.
Yeah. Okay. Let me figure something out. Hang on. I'll mute myself for a minute. Hang on.
Yeah. No. I forgot what we were talking about. Oh yeah, the Amba. Yeah, I actually told Spirit like around game 12 or something that like Amba was being really friendly to me early during Time of Chaos.
Yeah.
I mean, I spawned near the Amba tons of different times.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of cover and a lot of things like that, so I had to pick up them Ambas.
Yeah. Yeah, you got so many super early things happening.
Yeah. Well, you know, I like to rush.
You got some really fast games in there, man. Like,
well, yeah, I got shot in about half of my like super fast rushes though, so you know it's neither here nor there, I guess.
Yeah.
But I do like to rush for sure.
Yeah, but there were a lot of moments where it was like you could tell Spirit saw like he definitely saw something, and he was very suspicious of you, but it wasn't quite enough to really shoot for, and then the game just ended.
Yeah, that's the idea behind rushes. I mean, if you're 95% of the way to being shot, and you know it's 1 minute, or it's not even 1 minute, it's like 30 seconds in. The guy's like, yeah, he's 90% of the way to being shot, but it's 30 seconds. Oh, I lost. That's like the whole point of like a rush is to accumulate a ton of suspicion, but not get shot.
Yeah.
And just count on the audacity of, oh, there's no way he's done that fast.
Yeah.
But I don't think necessarily that a lot of my wins that came through rushes were Spirit like hesitating. At least I don't think they were, because he took some pretty early shots. I think it was more just like clean misses on the hardtails sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's how I got busted as well on a lot of the games that I lost, just straight up clean misses.
Yeah. That's true.
So I don't know. I feel like with the bugs especially, part of the strength of rushing bugs is not necessarily that you're going to rush and count on the sniper saying, well, he might have bugged, but da 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 da. I think it's more that like this is a really good time to bug and not be seen because just everyone's going all around and there's a low chance that I'll be seen.
Yeah, I agree. I think the one game that I remember perhaps most of all was near the end on pub. Kaylee, I believe you were the sniper, and Spirit had just finished his last mission, and you like took the safety off on his head.
Yeah.
And then you're like, nah, and then the game ended.
Yeah, that one was tough. I decided. Actually, the funny thing about that one is the reason I took it off is because I was like, okay, if he were done, he'd be dead by now. So I'm not gonna shoot. And then he immediately won. That was the fun part. So no, that one I I wasn't actually sure what was going on.
Okay.
I knew BB had happened. I knew someone had done the hardtail, and I just wasn't sure who. And I was like, should I shoot off the BB? I don't know. And then I was indecisive for so long. I was like, that was around 10 seconds. I'll take off the safety.
Dupless in the chat with, I think, the best analogy I've ever seen, says, rushing is basically like Assassin's Creed stealth. It doesn't matter if they're looking directly at you in a very suspicious place, just as long as you've stabbed them before the detection bar fills up.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's pretty on point.
Oh, that's a great quote. I love that.
User joined your channel.
Good evening, gents.
Hey, it's Zabramf. How are you, Zabramf?
You're on Tobo's stream.
Yep.
Kind of
I am.
Yes, you are.
Oh. Well, you're on my stream.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, you're doing like a 24-hour stream today, right?
No, it's not 24 hours. It's just until I fall asleep.
Okay, cool.
It's just a birthday stream because I felt like it.
Awesome. Happy birthday.
And
Right
right now,
about rounds it up anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think we're about finished. We were just doing the post-game interviews from the live casting. We went like 20 minutes longer than I expected us to. This was awesome.
Yeah, we played a lot of games.
We did.
I think I'm in.
Hi, Royal Flush. Unfortunately, you missed like all of the juicy bits, and then Zabramf showed up. So hi, Zabramf.
Hi.
I had a listen. I was trying to figure out how to do hotkey. Which
Okay.
Now I figured out.
Fair enough. So yeah, I think I'm going to cut the stream off here. Thanks a ton to Royal Flush for casting with me.
What's going on?
I know you did, but look, I'm just gonna spend the rest of the evening watching Zabramf stream stuff.
I'm okay.
You're probably just gonna watch me grind in Final Fantasy for the next 3 hours.
Okay, maybe I'll just leave it on in the background while I'm doing other stuff then. I'll be there.
Alright, thank you, Spirit, and thank you, Cast Tobo. I'll see you guys later.
Alright,
Take care, Kaylee. See you later, mate.
thanks Royal Flesh again for casting with me, and also to Warning Track, but he's not here anymore. So, there's
Big
that.
fun.
Indeed.
Thanks, have a good night.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Also, thanks to everybody who came out to watch the stream. There were like 13 people here at the same time once, which is awesome. And yeah, until next time, this is Toboshi. Signing off. I missed the hot... Come on, just do the thing. There, I fixed it. Bye!
Dropping frames.